शंभो शंकरा करुणा करा जग सांब सदाशिव हे त्रिपुरारी शंभो हृदय निवासी साक्षी स्वरूपी
सांब सदाशिव हे त्रिपुरारी शंभो हृदय निवासी साक्षी स्वरूपी
शंभो शंकरा
करुणा करा जग जागवा
शंभो शंकरा
करुणा करा जग जागवा
शंभो अज्ञान हे लोकमाया द्यावा प्रकाश सदा
अज्ञान हे लोकमाया
द्यावा प्रकाश सदा चराचर चैतन्याची झोप हे शिवा हे शिवा हे शिवा शंभो शंकरा करुणा
करा जग जागवा
शंभो जागविली अंतरे कुंडलिनी योगाने
जागविली अंतरे
हे कुंडलिनी योगाने योगा जागविली अंतरे कुंडलिनी योगाने
जागविली अंतरे
कुंडलिनी योगाने जागविली अंतरे कुंडलिनी योगाने असावले सहज योगी
अमृताने जीवना हवा
हे शिवा हे शिवा हे शिवा शंभो शंकरा
करुणा करा जग जागवा
शंभो हृदयी तुम्ही आमच्या वास करा सर्वदा
हृदयी तुम्ही आमच्या
वास करा सर्वदा वास करा सर्वदा हृदयी तुम्ही आमच्या वास करा सर्वदा हृदयी
हृदयी तुम्ही आमच्या
कृपावंत विश्व निर्मल धर्म दानवा हे शिवा हे शिवा हे शिवा शंभो शंकरा
करुणाकरा जगसाधवा
शंभो शंकरा
करुणाकरा जगसाधवा
सांब सदाशिव हे त्रिपुरारी शंभो हृदय निवासी साक्षी स्वरूपी शंभो सांब सदाशिव हे त्रिपुरारी शंभो हृदय निवासी साक्षी स्वरूपी शंभो शंभो शंकरा करुणाकरा जगसाधवा शंभो शंकरा शंभो शंकरा शंभो
डम 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 डमरू बजाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जीव जगाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति डम 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 डमरू बजाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जीव जगाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय डम 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 डमरू बजाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जीव जगाएं शिव शंकर कैलाशपति माथे ऊपर तिलक चंद्रमा पहने नाग की माला माथे ऊपर तिलक चंद्रमा पहने नाग की माला डमरू की धड़कन पे नाचे सृष्टि का रखवाला डमरू की धड़कन पे नाचे सृष्टि का रखवाला निज भक्तन के कष्ट मिटाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जीव जगाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय
Hello, good evening everyone. Jai Shri Mataji. Welcome everyone for this meeting this evening. Now let's bow down to Shri Mataji and give ourselves bandhan. Hello, good evening everyone. Just let us take a minute of silence within us. Just see if you're in a thoughtless state before we start the meditation. Now just fold your hands, look into your heart and bow down to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, first of all, let me thank you for giving us this realization so that we can look into ourselves. Shri Mataji, please give us the permission to go into the state of meditation so that we all can be one with you. Shri Mataji, please forgive us if we have done any mistakes. Jai Shri Mataji. You can put your hands on the lap now. Now we'll say the Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Maha Saraswati Maha Kali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Now with your attention on Sahasrara and your attention on the Muladhara Chakra, with complete devotion towards Sri Ganesha, we'll say the mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, please bless us with all your divine qualities, all your childlike qualities that you have, so that we all become worthy of your mother. Let's meditate few minutes on the Muladhara Chakra. Now, let's say the mantra of Sri Gauri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Gauri Kundalini Mata, you being the desire power within us, please take us into the state of meditation. Shri Kundalini Mata, the only desire that we have within us is to be the spirit. Let's take our attention on the Nabhi Chakra, where Sri Vishnu resides. Now let's take our attention slightly higher into the heart, left heart, where Sri Shiva resides. Here we'll say the mantra of Sri Shiva Parvati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, we are nothing but the spirit. Shri Mataji, let all the blessings of Sri Shiva manifest in our well-being. The compassion of Shiva, the detachment, all those qualities be manifested in us. Now we are going to listen to the shlok of Shivoham. We're going to keep our attention on our spirit, and we're going to be in meditation with the Shivoham.
शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभाव मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्ष न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्ष चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञा न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञा अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् शङ्का न मे जातिभेद न मे मृत्युर्न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुत्वाच सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां विभुत्वाच सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्ध सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्ध चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम्
Let's continue to meditate for a few minutes in silence. If you're getting any thoughts, just say, not this thought, not this thought, not this thought. Or you can say, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. Now, with your attention on Sahasrar, we are going to listen to the talk of Shiva Puja 1983 at Delhi. So let's be in meditation and enjoy the talk.
That you all have adjusted yourself in this small space. When there is love and understanding, little space can occupy many hearts. But when there is no large heart, then whatever one may get, it is never sufficient. Today we are going to worship Shiva Tattva within us, principle of Shiva. For all Sahajogis, it's very important because Shiva is the ultimate we have to achieve. Shiva is represented in our spirit. So, to become Shiva is the ultimate aim of everything else. The rest of it is all created. Like Vishnu Tattva and Brahmadeva, just to create human beings, to evolve them and then ultimately lead them to Shiva. That's the ultimate. But human beings get so involved into the Brahmadeva's tattvas that even to get into Vishnu tattva is difficult. They get involved into the 5 elements which have created us. That is the outermost being within us. All the chakras have the outermost, we can say, just the vessel. But the desire to be the spirit is of primal importance in Sahaja. So we have to see inward towards ourselves as Sahajogis. Do we have that desire entirely, or we have still many desires hanging around? See, the greatest problem is of the Nabhi chakra, whether it is in the east or the west. Some people still have hankering for the baser search of food, which is very surprising, even in Sarjava of Nabhi chakra. Then still some people have sense of possessions and money quite a lot. And subtler they grow, still the detachment doesn't develop within them. It becomes subtler. As you grow subtler, the attachment becomes subtler and difficult to get up. Especially people who come up as leaders in Sahaja Yoga or closer to Sahaja Yoga are always under attack. They are attacked maybe by their husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, sons, children, something like that. And that makes it worse. Because all such leaders who are attacked try to displease all the deities by small things here and there. The whole behavior has to be understood that you have become a settler person and you are rising higher. So naturally, the negative forces are going to attack you. Always the front line is under attack, not the back line. So those who are in the front are always under attack. And they have to be very careful as to how they are behaving. For if there is a sly person, he will become sly but subtler slyness. He will not just become the other way now. His slyness will become subtler. If he is a miserly fellow, then he will become miserly in a subtler way. Or say if he is an ego-oriented fellow, then he becomes ego-oriented in a subtler way. But to get rid of these things within you, you have to go to the other side of it. Say if you are miserly, become absolutely generous. Give up everything that you have. Don't be calculated. Don't talk of money. Don't worry about money. If you are extravagant, indulgent too much, you should go the other way down. Unless and until you become juxtaposition, you cannot get rid of these things. Like if you are a hot-tempered man, very hot-tempered, then become so mild that even if somebody beats you, it's all right. Whatever one says, it's all right. That's how you get rid of your habits, which become subtler and subtler. There's another way of dealing with it. Being alert. When you are alert, you start seeing yourself as a separate person with the habits that it has. And then you start understanding why you are behaving. Oh, I understand. I knew you before, 10 years back, before my realization. I know, Mr. You are like this. And then take a juxtaposition against that personality and just shoot it out. Like a person who is a negative, left-sided person. Whatever you may do for that person, he'll become subtler and subtler. Suddenly, if it's a girl, she'll start just crying for nothing at all and feeling miserable. It's a boy, if he thinks about, analyzes, he'll become an analyzer of SYUK in a subtler way. Then what they should do is to stand before the photograph and see the reflection. That's the other one who died. And just try to make fun of that or shout at it. Depends on. If it is an aggressive stuff, it's better to make fun because stupid. And if it is that one that takes aggression, then shout at it. What do you mean by taking aggression? All these things, you see, are keeping you away from reality. Your being has to be cleansed. With your help only I can do it. Many people say, Mother, you are all powerful. All right, I am. And I can do everything. But only thing I cannot surpass your freedom. That's a fact. I cannot cross over your freedom. And when I cannot cross your freedom, you have to cross that. If in your own freedom you come inside, then I'll bestow upon you all the blessings. But if you want to stand outside, I'm not the one to put you in with a pistol. No, that's not the way it will work out. This is one hurdle that Sir Yogis must know, that at every moment you are free and freer and freest. The more free you become, the worse is your situation as far as the facing of the negativity is concerned. Say if there are 4 persons are around, they will be first attacked. Naturally, you can understand, the front line is always under attack, not the back side. Though, according to the law, it should be the back side because all these horrible negative forces should come from the back. But they are very clever. They know that the back are sometimes drop out by themselves, so no need to go that side. They try the front line. And those who think they are in charge and responsible have to be very careful as to how they behave how they are responsible, how they work it out, if they are keeping their old habits at a subtler level or they are just fighting it. It's very important. And this is how intelligently you can manage yourself. Then once you become detached from all these things, only at mental level, the spiritual level I look at. But at mental level, you must come to logical conclusion that I have to fight this nonsensical stuff. I have to be alert about this nonsense that exists within me. Shiva Tattva is innocent, absolutely innocent it is. It's very powerful and extremely innocent. And the secret to achieve it is only just to please him. If you please Shiva, then he may be a Rakshasa or anything. He grants all kinds of boons. But to a Rakshasa, he can only grant the boon of longevity, of long life. But to a saint, he will grant the Satchidananda state. So, even if he grants anything to a Rakshasa, one should not ask questions about it. He can give him longevity. What does it matter? Even if you live for thousands of years and earn nothing out of it, you never get your realization. So to a saint, he gives that eternal longevity which comes through spirit. This is the blessing of Shiva Tattva. While Vishnu Tattva, he gives assent to a saint and light of wisdom to see and understand everything in collective consciousness. And to a Rakshasa, he gives death. He kills. So for people who are not so deep, it seems that why should Shiva give any blessings of longevity to a Rakshasa? These are the characters of these different deities. Now, for example, if a Rakshasa wants to live long, he goes to Shiva, pleases him by praising him, singing songs to him, by asking his blessings, by doing tapas for him, talking about Shiva's innocence. He gets longevity. Sometimes these Rakshasas are better on the earth than in the subconscious. They can be horrid. They can gather some more booths to torture human beings. So it's better to keep them in the eyes of Vishnu. He manages them better here than to send them into the subconscious. But Shiva's style is very different from that of Vishnu's style. You have to have all kinds of styles because there are so many permutations and combinations in human beings. If you have one style, what will you do with the other style of human beings? So the style of Vishnu is that if you are trying to be funny, he plays tricks and puts you right. Say, a Sahaja is not interested Vishnu so much in other people, but in Sahajogis. If Sahaja tries to be funny, say he wants to drink wine. All right, he says, drink wine. He drinks the wine and then he gets hit somewhere, his car falls off or he's insulted somewhere, something happens to him, he's punished so badly that he says, oh God, what have I done? That's Vishnu Tattva. But Shiva is other way now. If you see, Shiva's style is this, that if you drink, he just disappears from your heart. You have a heart attack and you die. He also kills. One kills directly in a positive way, he definitely kills. The another one by recession. If Shiva disappears, how can you exist? That's one way. Second way is that those who are born with Shiva Tattva, like our Sainath was, Shri Sainath, or people like that. Even the Devi sometimes can do that. They drink away all the wines of the world, all the poisons of the world, like Shiva did. So when Sainath found that so many people were smoking this tobacco, he smoked all the tobacco of the world, tried to smoke everything in Maharashtra so that nobody should get it. That's the style of Shiva, to take all the poison into himself and to absorb all the poison within himself. He can deal with the most difficult things. So the one dealing comes through the brain, because Virata is in our brain, acts through the brain. So he plays tricks on you. And that appeals to us because we can see that he's killed someone. So we think, very nice mother, you have punished that guy. But Shiva Tattva gives you the problems which normally you cannot see, but works out in a short time like that. Like heart troubles, or a person who has very poor Shiva Tattva can have all the incurable diseases of the world. There nobody is killed, but every minute the person is suffering. That is the way Shiva corrects. In us, when Shiva Tattva is awake, our priorities change absolutely. I see now that those who have come, say, to India from the West, have changed quite a lot in their priorities. But still, there is not so much change as it should be. They are, of course, 1,000 times better than their fellow beings who are not realized souls. But still, attachment to things, attachment to money is quite a lot. This detachment must work out. Seeing things are not correct in people, and the alertness is not there. To give a very, very gross example of this is, I'll tell you, that a gentleman came and he was told that you have to give, say, 11 rupees for puja. He said, on principle, you are not supposed to give. So, you are only paying, even on principle, you are only paying for your food and lodging, not for puja. The other side of it, they will not even see that mother is spending so much for us extra, for which we are not paying. It's not all found. Like this, the other day I said that people are now asking me to pay for this. Now tomorrow they'll say pay for our house rents. It was such a condition once upon a time in London when I started the ashram, that they asked for all the utensils in the ashram, I paid for the rent, paid for ultimately they said, we don't have an ironing board, please send us. From that it's not so bad now, of course. But still, if they have to pay 5 rupees for taxi, they will think that, oh, we have to pay for taxis, mother is supposed to pay. But if I pay 7,000, 8,000 rupees for you to go to Haridwar, that's all right. That's good. That nobody wants to find out how mother is paying for us. It's surprising. And this disturbs me very much. That what is your attitude towards them? The pleasing should be done with full heart. Say if you have to buy any presents for your friends or anything, you don't mind spending money for them. But for puja you have objects. For your laundry, you used to pay always. I mean, I've seen the laundry bill, I was amazed how much money was. But 21 rupees, the principal was involved. Imagine. Look at it. If you look at it, you'll be shocked at yourself. But that shows, despite all this, you have got your realization. See the generosity. It's very, very, see, it's very gross. It's very gross. So the detachment from this gross life must go away. But an ordinary villager understands it better because he's innocent. He's innocent because you are not innocent. That's why you see everything from your mind. You think with it. How much we paid, how much this is that, this, that. But an innocent villager, even if he has 4 annas, he would like to do something. Mother, that's all I have. We have a parable in the Bible. And this is what it is. One should see our detachment starts at a very baser level of money. We need not have any friends. What is the need to give to any friends? What are these friends for? Except for Shiva Tattva, what other friend you need? Think of it. Without God, what is your life? So the detachment must start, the priorities must change, and you must know that God is the one who is your friend, who is your father, who is your mother, who is to be worshipped. There is nothing else. Dana mana dana, everything is for God. Of course, I don't want anything from you, you know that. But that should be the attitude of a person. So the first, this attitude comes in a person. Of course, in Sahaja Yoga you have a great advantage that those who have developed this attitude have been helped so much materially that you find the proof of it. Immediately, the proof is there. And those who do not take to this kind of a thing suffer. So the proof is there. I must give you an example of a goldsmith. I had given him something to be made for the puja. A lot of gold was given, everything. And still, stupidly, he tried to make money out of that. And he got cancer and he died. I didn't do anything. But I knew he had made money. I knew that all. I know lots of things. I didn't say anything to him. Nothing. Never. Never even mentioned. He got cancer and he died. He is no more. Because Shiva Tattva disappeared. This was for a puja, the money of the saints. Something was to be made, and he should not have done it. The proof is just there. Now those who knew him got a fright of their lives. Oh God, now no more of this from us at least. But those who have been surrendered about the money part also, not that I take anything from you, nor do I want anything from you. But still the attitude I'm saying is different. They have gone up, they have made money, they are very rich, they are very well to do, they're all right, they get so much blessings. This is the first Nabhi Chakras, detachment. We should start by putting Shiva on top. Every attachment can be attacked with Shiva Tattva. Because Shiva Tattva is brilliant like a diamond. Brilliant. Every facet can be cleansed out. Very simply through our Kundalini awakening and through our alertness. And what after that you can see there are other attachments. Yeah. This is friendship, sympathies, friendships. Sympathies always go to a person who is in need or something like that. You have no sympathies, have tortured so many people. The other way also could be that you hate someone too much, you love someone too much, some sort of a thing like that. So detachment comes that you do not hate nor you love anyone. You leave it to God. Decide. That's a kind of a detachment, that you leave it to God. God, please, that is His response. I am not going to judge. Only thing, I judge them on Kundalini, I awaken their Kundalini. It works out well and good, if it doesn't work out well. So, you have detached yourself from the responsibility of judging others. Only your judgment is on Kundalini, if it works out, all right. But you are just like a barometer, that's all. Or like a machine that cures. You are not involved into it. So this involvement into personal lives and personal relationships like mother, sister, brother, every sort of a nonsense must be taken out. Now say if your mother is not alright, you must just get after her.
Now let's meditate in silence for a few minutes. Let us surrender everything to the Shiva. Now let us say the Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణాత్మిక Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. 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 Bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Devi ki jai. Ki jai. Ki jai. Jai Shri. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for taking us into the state of meditation. Koti Koti Pranam at your lotus feet. Thank you once again, Shri Mataji. Thank you everyone for joining this evening. Enjoy the puja at the weekend. Jai Shri Mataji. Good night. And if people want to sit longer for meditation, there'll be music played and you can enjoy the meditation. Now you can all bow down to Shri Mataji and give ourselves Pandan. Jai Shri Mataji. Good night. Take care.
जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। निश दिन तेरा ध्यान धरे हम, सिमरे मंत्र तिहारा। निश दिन तेरा ध्यान धरे हम, सिमरे मंत्र तिहारा। हे शिव शंकर मंत्र जगाओ, होवे घट उजियारा। हे शिव शंकर मंत्र जगाओ, होवे घट उजियारा। नमामि शंकर, नमामि शंकर, नमामि शंकर, नमामि शंकर, कृपा करो त्रिपुरारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। शंखनाद से शब्द जगाकर स्वर संगीत बहाया। शंखनाद से शब्द जगाकर स्वर संगीत बहाया। युग युग से ये सृष्टि नाचे, ऐसा डमरू बजाया। युग युग से ये सृष्टि नाचे, ऐसा डमरू बजाया। शिव का नाम जपे से जग में, शिव का नाम जपे से जग में, सुख पावे संसारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग थे हितकारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। तीनों ताप हरण कर लेता ये त्रिशूल तिहारा, तीनों ताप हरण कर लेता ये त्रिशूल तिहारा, शिव का नाम जपे से जग में मिलता मुक्ति द्वारा, शिव का नाम जपे से जग में मिलता मुक्ति द्वारा, महादेव पर ब्रह्म विधाता, महादेव पर ब्रह्म विधाता, आए शरण तिहारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला